My name is Nikki Quinn and this is my Phase 3 video on Woodstock. Starting off, we're doing doubling. We are doubling at the walk right now. I gave him a +2 because he was super soft in the face and he was following through pretty well but not quite perfect, so I did not give him that +3. For this side of doubling at the trot, I gave him a +2 for still being super soft in the face and doing pretty good, not quite up to a +3 though. On this side for doubling at the trot, I only gave Woodstock a +1 because he didn't stop. He just kind of kept walking through the double. Right here we are doing doubling at the lope, same thing for the walk and trot, but I did give him another +2. He did pretty well and he actually stopped super good too. On this side, again, I gave him another +2. He stopped really well. Nice, easy double as well. Right here, we are doing horizontal direction, and I gave him a 0. So it was really hard to keep him up to a trot, which is what I was aiming for. And whenever I did finally get him into that trot, he wasn't really listening to my leg pressure in order to keep him going in a good circle. This side, he did a little better, which is why I gave him a +1. Right here we are doing stage 2, which is defined as pulling the horse in a reverse motion with the hindquarters. We're doing it standing, now I'm doing it walking right here, and then here in just a second we do it at a trot. So he does really well in all 3 of these, does the nice step back, so I give him that pressure real quickly, but I did give him a +2 for doing so well. Trying to get him to do stage 3, which is also known as side passing to a lot of people, and once we get that stage 3, once I get a few steps that I like, I will ask him for stage 4, which is using the inside hind foot to pivot to face the opposite direction. And I gave him a +1 because, as you can see, it was kind of hard to get him to do that side pass nice and smoothly. But right here we're going to go ahead and ask for the opposite direction. Once again, he didn't get too good of a score on this because he did it. It just took a little bit more coaxing than it normally does. So right here we're doing the stage 3 and into stage 4. Right here for vertical direction, I am putting my knuckles onto the base of his neck essentially after gathering up the reins to get him to collect his head in. He does actually very well for this, so I gave him a nice +2. Right here I'm just swinging the rope and then I throw it out in front of him just to make sure that he's nice and desensitized. He gets a +3 because he didn't flinch, he didn't move at all. Then we're dragging the log. Once again, he didn't flinch, he had no issues pulling the log, so again I gave him another very nice +3. And right here we are tracking the dummy. I gave him a +2 instead of a 3 just because he wasn't really too interested in staying on the dummy. There was one part where he did try to walk off or switch sides of the dummy, and I wanted him on that left hip, so that's why I gave him the +2. For opening the gate, I only gave Woodstock a +1, mostly because he kept bumping it with his head and he wasn't side passing very smoothly. It took a very long time to get this gate open. As you can see, it's pretty sped up. Part of the reason could have been that other horse that was pinning their ears at him. The other reason could have been this tire in the pin, but I know that he has struggled with this the other couple times that I've worked with him on it. He did pretty well though. Right here for closing the gate, I gave Woodstock another +1. It was kind of hard to get him to side pass once again. I'm not sure if he just didn't want to go against the gate, but we did eventually get through it. And last but not least, we have lope outside in a straight line. I gave Woodstock a +2 rather than a 3 because it took a little while for us to get into that lope, but once he was in the lope, up here whenever we turned him around as well, it was nice and easy to get him back into that lope and to get him home. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.